Hey, let's go. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, look at the state of this ball tracking. Let me get this fixed. There we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. How are we? Good to see you. Put me a little hello in the chat if you can hear me and everything's good. Looking forward to a little bit of European rugby this weekend. We have been so busy over the last couple of weeks, so I do apologise for the lack of content. Trying to adjust to life with baby and general life as well. So Friday night was a little bit difficult. Yesterday was a bit difficult because I had rugby myself yesterday. I was supposed to be playing yesterday. We turned up. We got all ready for our warm-up. I'm walking out the door for the warm-up to be told by the other teams. So the Rushden, we were supposed to be playing yesterday. The first team had Rushden's first team, and we, the second team, had Rushden's second team. They sent their first team captain along to tell us that the second team wasn't going to come. So we didn't find out until 45 minutes before kickoff that there was no fucking game on. Outrageous. Rushden, you absolute shithouses. But there we go. Is what it is. So we got pissed instead. Watching the first team absolutely shit on Rushden first team. Scenes you love to see. Bonus point win for Dunstablians. Second in the league. Pulling away from Bourne. Lovely jubbly. Promotion on the cards. Right, anyway. On to the more important stuff. On to the stuff you're here for. Wagwan Flesh in. Welcome in. Welcome in. How are you? How are you, you beautiful beast? Good to see you, my friend. Right, there we go. Right, we'll get ball tracking back up now because that's working. There we go. Super stuff. Right, so we are just 12 subscribers away from our target of 900. I'm not confident on today, but I'm confident in the next couple of weeks. Next couple of weeks, we're going to get it down to double figures before that first 1,000. Right. Let's have a look at these teams then, shall we? It's just me and you, brother. But we'll have a look at these teams all the same. Let's turn that microphone down a little bit. That's a little bit loud, isn't it? There we go. There we are. Right. Okay, on to the teams then. Let's start with... Oh, well, let's just start with the impossible pronunciations first, shall we? Let's get them out of the way. Right, Clermont. Up front, we've got Beria, Fourcade, Slimani. That's your front row. Into the second row, we've got Judasiak, Vermania, Concoret in the back row, alongside Fisher and Lee. I can pronounce. Those are the only two forwards that are easy to pronounce. Jesus Christ. On to the backs, then we've got Para in at 9. In at 10, we've got Lopez. On the blindside wing, we've got Tibignahine. Fafana in at 12. Mola in at 13. Raka in at 14. And at full back, we've got Matsuima. Right. On to the travelling side, Leicester. Up front, we've got Ellis Genge, Montoya and Hayes at the front row. Into the second row, we've got Chesham and Green. Liebenberg in at 6 with Reffel in at 7 and Weiss in at 8. On to the backs. Van Portefeld replaces the injured Ben Youngs. George Ford in at 10. Salmakai, I think. In on the blindside wing, Kelly in at 12, Porter in at 13, Harry Potter in on 14, and Freddie Stewart in at fullback. Here come Leicester then, led out by Ellis Genge. Welcome in if you're just joining us. Do hit that like button. The more likes we get, the more visible we are. So do feel free to smash like, help us out a little bit. Why not? Oh, Jesus. There we go. See if we can't help ourselves out a little bit. Why not? What are we saying? I'm saying 5 likes by half time. We haven't streamed for a couple of weeks. So, well, I say a couple of weeks. We didn't stream last weekend, but it was the weekend before. But I'm saying that we'll probably have a little bit of a struggle today. But never mind. Never mind. So, yeah, let's see if we can get to 5 likes by half time. Can we manage that? What are your score predictions as well? At the minute, the poll was 50-50 by the looks of it. 2 votes on that. So 50% of you think Clermont, 50% of you think Leicester. Do you know what? I'm going with Leicester on this one. They have been on fire this season, and I do fancy him a little piece. I think they might be alright. What's your tipple as well? We're on Diet Coke and Lime. We are living a cocktail dream this afternoon. We are going to have a moment's pause, though. I'm not sure what this is for. Oh, right. Okay, so we're having a moment for Ukraine. Rugby offering the support it can, and we're going to have a moment's applause. Okay, so I can talk through this. That's not a problem. But yes, dilly. Love your bits for Ukraine. All that good stuff. Okay. Right. Oh no, we are having a moment's silence. Right, there we go. Moment silence done, and we are ready for some ruggers. We will bring you the action. If you want to watch along on TV, you certainly can do. It's on BT Sport 3 in the UK. Sorry, the sun just burst in. No worries. Right. Right, so I don't know if I like this. Big screen now counting down from 10. Why has it got to be such a spectacle? Off we go. Blow the bloody whistle. Here we go. We're off and running in Clermont at Stade Michel, and it's kicked deep into the 22, very close to the touchline, and we will have Leicester just play out a phase before kicking this away. Ball tracking pretty much on point as well, so that's pretty good. So Van Portley will kick that downfield just over halfway, and Lee will try and return. Not too much use at all, as he's chopped down just short of halfway, and Lopez will put this high into the sky, and Freddie Stewart spins out of the first tackle, and before he's cleaved down about 5 metres outside of his own 22. Hey! Very good, very nice! Very nice! Let's go! Hello,
Bangalana Abdulazizi subscribed to the channel.
Bangalana, thank you so much for the sub, man. I appreciate that. Right, and again, that's chopped downfield by Leicester, and Lopez carries into contact, so Clermont will just use the forwards again. Tentative start from both teams, just feeling each other out as space opens up. But Matsushima just shut down as the gap closes, and Clermont will again look to the boot through Lopez. Not a great kick, but the bounce isn't great, and it bounces over Porter's head, and Leicester will now chop this downfield, grab a box kick, and it's going to go into the dead ball zone, and Para will dive on that, so we'll have a goal line dropout. Welcome in if you're just joining us. Do hit the like button, and of course hit the sub button as well. That'd be lovely. Already had Bangalana on the chicken nuggets, so let's see if we can get a couple more. So, under the posts, Clermont fire this down towards halfway, and Leicester will move it into midfield to run it up through Weiss. Ford onto Stewart. Van Portland has a little snipe, but it's... Ooh, and yes, he will be turned over. It was a good ruck. Good jackal in the end, and I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to keep hold of that, but he did. And excellent work, penalty, Clermont. So Lopez will thump this down. It's a decent nudge, to be fair, given the angle. About 7 metres outside of touch, and he is up and over halfway. Well, I think he's up and over the 10 as well. Great work there from just having a replay of the penalty. Great work there from the Clermont forward. I think it might have been Jared Isaac, but after the line out, there's a knock on. Lee unable to gather, and we will have a Leicester scrum. Clermont just trying to bring a little bit of pace off of the line out there and failing to do so. So Leicester will have something to look at in midfield. He had a big win yesterday, 864. Oh, at the Sun. Who are they playing? Let's go. Nobody likes to be beat by 50. You can't have a beer in the bar if you can't keep it under 50. That's my rule. That's my rule with my teams. No beers if you concede 50. And penalty there then for Leicester at the scrum. Buckingham. Let's go. That's not. Oh, that's nice. That's tidy. Take that. So on halfway, Leicester will kick this penalty downfield with George Ford. And that will go into touch just outside the 22. Big bad Clermont then looking to defend their own 22 as Leicester try and pile on some early pressure. And they go to the back off the top. Into midfield. Big crashing line from Porter. Ford sees Genge on their top of Southwest 1 East. Let's go! What? There's only one game left as well. So they must be promoted as well. Ooh. Scenes you love to see. So that's fired downfield. Southwest 1. So that will put them into London Premier next year. That's a decent league. Played in that. That's a decent league. A long time since I played in that though, yeah. Yeah, big piss up time. Amen. Amen. As Genge snipes around the corner. Almost breaks through. Clermont with a man on the deck by the looks of it. As Ford fires it way outside and eventually brought down just short of 10. But Clermont able to defend that completely. Oh, there's a Leicester player down and player getting dangerously close to him. So we will blow up. And it looks like Green is the man down. Sorry, no, it's not. It's Steward, and I'll probably have a look at that. You know, probably have a little look at that. There's no arm. There's not much of an arm in that. He is just winded. He's coughing his lungs right up on the floor there. It's late and it lacks arms for me. As the referee just gets some water. And, oh no, he's not having a look. I thought he might have been having a look, but he's not. No. Well, you know that they've not got a lot of rugby to talk about because the commentary team are talking about the mountains in the background. Something to do with the important battlefield between the Romans and the French. Wow. Right, so we are really taking our time with Steward. He is really struggling with his breathing there. So I would suggest he might have got a broken rib or two. He is up on his feet now. I think they're going to South West Premier level. Level 5, same as the London and South East. Oh, they're going to go to South West Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes more sense. I know Stockwood, who are in our league, are going into... they're getting level transferred from Midlands into London. It's not... London's an awful league. London's a terrible league purely because all the clubs in London have got a bit of money to spend. And all the overseas players around the world, so the Kiwis, the South Africans, they all come over for their gap year and they play rugby in London because London's where they want to be. So it's an awful league because the standard is so high for the level. It's a bit of a shame, really, but it is what it is. Of course, the RFU tried to put a salary cap in place to basically squash this amateur clubs pay or grassroots clubs paying for overseas players to come in and be a bunch of mercenaries, fly up the leagues, run out of money, and then fly back down the leagues, which is pretty much what happened to my old club, Luton. Got all the way up to National 1, and we've cascaded our way down to... I say we, I'm not there anymore. They've cascaded their way down from level 3 to level 8 over the course of just over a decade. So, yeah. I'm in favour of a salary cap. But, of course, no clubs were. And the consultation period suggested everyone would kick off. So, they didn't do it. Right, anyway, back to this game. We've got a scrum just inside the 22 for Leicester. Which still hasn't settled. So, from the restart, George Ford has put a massive bomb up that Clermont have knocked on. And now Leicester will have that scrum inside Clermont's 22. Still no score after 8.5 minutes. Or 9 minutes, actually, sorry. Exactly. All the fucking farmers and pop up at the sides like Chinner working on local farms for a fortune and getting paid by the clubs. Yeah. Oh, Chinner's a bad one for farms. East Midlands League's a bad ones for farmers. So we've got... Oh, it's a free kick to Clermont there, just wheeling. We've got a few clubs that they won't travel. So they're amazing teams at home. Almost unbeatable at home, a lot of them. Oh, wow. 50-22. That's a great nudge from Para. Yeah, so they're crap on the road. They're awful. They almost send their second team because they're all farmers. They can't travel, so they end up just winning all their home games and sort of being a mid-table team. Bourne is a prime example of that. But yeah, no, Chinner love a farmer. Who else love a farmer? North Walsham love a farmer. Oh, what we got here? We've got a penalty for Clermont off the 50-22. Banbury, Henley. Oh, Henley. Yeah. I've never played Banbury, to be fair. I think I've played Henley. So man's just taken out in the air there, Lee. So that will be the penalty, and it looks like Clermont are going to go back to the corner. They are not satisfied with 3 points. They're going to go for the full hog from this line out on the 5. So they set the drive. It twists. And instantly splinters, and Parra will dig down to get that out. Lee carries again, but Cleves short 2 metres out. Big runners coming on now, and space round the corner. However, he has been held up, and as he's held up, Leicester have dragged him back over the try line to secure the goal line dropout. Smart defence from Leicester there. Could have driven them back and had a 5-metre scrum, but instead have dragged him back over their own try line, held him up, and they will have the goal line dropout. Right, so this is another thing, right? The referees keep pointing to the middle for a goal line dropout, but you don't have to take it from the middle. You can take it anywhere along that line. But because the referees are pointing that way, players seem to be going to the post to do it. I'm not sure that's the most sensible place to take the goal line dropout from. You're going to offer it, you're going to try and fire it deep downfield. I mean, or you're going to compromise distance to get to the touchline. It doesn't make an awful lot of sense, that. But there we go. Raka on the charge up to the 22. Varmahina hint of forwards, but referee's happy with it. Being in Oxford, they pick up a few lads from the farther field, but there's only one. There is only one in the first team. Oh, try for Clermont. Try for Clermont. Let's have a look at this. I missed this. Oh, what? Pick up a few farmers. Yeah. Right. Tiberian with the try, and it's just hands. They have the overlap. Stewart can't get across as he's stepped inside, and it's a great, well-worked try from Clermont. Been coming, to be fair. Clermont look sharp. And after 13 and a half minutes, the deadlock is broken, and Clermont with the lead. Great example of old school, suck them in, piss them off. No foreign students. Well, it does surprise me with Oxford, though, with the uni, varsity and whatnot. You'd think you might get one or two students floating around. Right, so conversion. Is that Parra with the conversion as well? Yeah, Parra's taking the conversion, and it will be good. Nice camera angle there. Sneaks in the outside upright, and it's 7-0.
Give me one, brother.
Very good.
Hey!
Very good, very nice. Hello, chicken nugget.
Love it.
Lawrence
Thank you.
Wise all subscribed to the channel.
Thank you, Lawrence. Right then, let's have a look at the poll. We haven't looked at the poll for a little while, have we? 3 votes on the poll. It's a quiet stream today. 3 votes on the poll. 67% of you think Leicester. 33% of you think Clermont. Oh. Okay, so penalty for Leicester from the restart, and Ford pumps this down. Interesting conundrums teams have got here, because it looks like everybody's concerned about getting big points on the board with this over 2 legs aggregate scenario, as they split early off the maul in Visa. Come a peach, welcome in. Good afternoon. That's what I meant. No farmers, just students. Oh, and a few foreign BMW workers. BMW. Oh, you mean car worker? Okay. Oh, poor hands, and Clermont get a kick off, and Leicester are eventually able to retain it, but they've lost a lot of ground as Ford fires this downfield and tries to get his own 50-22, but it's cut half a metre short of that. That's well tracked, as that's kicked back downfield, and Ford will run it back, gets his hands off to Visa. Leicester looking just to up the tempo a touch as they move this into midfield. Little chip over the top. It's an awful bounce, but it's fallen nicely, and then in the end, is that Visa again? Visa's on fire today. BMW mini plant in Oxford. Yeah, I for a second I worried you were going somewhere else with that. I wondered if you'd got your pillowcase out, but we're fine. We're fine. Right. There's some space out wide for Leicester as they try to force their way through, but plenty of Clermont defenders there as Ford steps into 9, and all of a sudden Leicester are on the charge. Matsushima down. There's a gap out wide. Can he get there? Oh, he's just short. No, this is fleshing. Oh, runny old nose today. Time is off while we deal with this injury. Welcome. 2 likes so far. 2 likes. We've got to get to 5 likes for half time. That's the target. So if you haven't yet liked the stream, please feel free to do so. Don't be shy. Don't be shy at all. It was a right idea, because if they played the ball through hands, they were going to get stopped because they were too close to the injured player. Oh, Matsushima's coming off. Looks like he might have a dislocated shoulder, the way he's using his shirt as a sling, and the physio's got ice on his shoulder. That doesn't look good. Yeah, so they had to dink it over the top, and he was just a little bit too eager with it. So we are going to have a comeback for the penalty for Leicester, and they will kick that into the corner. It will be a line out 5 metres out on the far side. And they've gone quickly with that, and the maul is set. Leicester looking to be the Leicester of old and bully their way forward. Just a metre out now as it's collapsed. But Leicester able to get the ball back. Genge doing everything he can, squeezing every sinew to get to the line. He's just half a metre short as more pick and goes come. And the try is scored. It is Genge to be the scorer. And that's just great, typical Leicester work there. Firing the pistons off the base of the more borderline collapse, really. But there we go. And great pick and go work from the Leicester Tigers, and Elish Genge continues this excellent run of form. Gotta love Genge. I tell you what, Genge has gone from being rugby's biggest dickhead to rugby's biggest sweetheart, hasn't he? He's come a long way in the last 3 years. You know, he very much was that guy that everybody sort of loved to hate because he was a bit of a bell end. But he's matured a lot in the last 3 years, and it's good to see. And now everybody's got a little bit of love for Genge. Ford skewers that left, and it's it's not good. Yep, and he's going back home next season. Is he off to Bristol?
Give me one, brother.
Hey!
Very good, very nice. Hello, chicken nugget.
Let's go.
Karma Peach subscribed to the channel.
Hey, Karma Peach! Were you not already subscribed? You cheeky monkey. Thank you so much for the sub though, man. I really appreciate that. We are well on our way towards our target of 900. So, I didn't realise he was going back to Bristol. Good for him. Bristol got all the... What's going to happen to this Leicester team? They're going to have no one left. No Genge, no Ford. 888. Well, questionable forward, but Leicester kicked that away quickly, and Clermont will return ball in hand up to their own 10. Now up to halfway. Lovely offload. No, it's not. We held on to it. As Clermont run the... Oh, 888. I've got 889, mate. I thought you were on about some betting thing. No, 889 now. Let's go. Unless someone's just unsubscribed. 11 away. 11 to get. We're getting there, slowly but surely. Keep those likes going as well. We love a like. 4 of you in here. Let's see if we can get a couple more likes on the board. Just helps the visibility so much. Algorithm jizzes for likes. So do I. Right, so... just a penalty there for a seatbelt tackle, is it? No, it's a penalty to Leicester. No idea what's going on half the time. Did anybody watch the Harlequins game? They got absolutely shat on in the first half and made a right game of it in the second. Fantastic watch. I watched the first half and went, well, I'm glad I didn't stream that. And then the second half... Whoo-wee. Right, so Rishand got a 1k on Leicester. Hopefully they 1k what? Pounds? Fucking hell. Rishand. Jesus. Welcome in though, buddy. Hope you're well. What currency is that? £1,000 on Leicester. That's brave. Dollars? Jesus. That's a bold move. I'm not gonna lie. That's a bold move. Yeah, Smith was a bit off. Look, oh, Australian. Oh, that's like 20 quid, isn't it? No, it's like... What is that? That's like 250 quid, isn't it? Still a lot. Ulster had a great win. Yeah, they did. I haven't seen a lot of rugby this weekend, to be fair. No, Australian fleshing. Lopez then boots this back downfield. Goes out on the full, but Leicester go quickly, so offer a lot of extras, and it's a bad kick from forward. It goes all the way out the back of the dead ball zone, so that is a mess. That's a mess. Lopez fires this out on the full. They go quickly, and George Ford fires it straight down the field, and it dribbles straight out of the back of the touch. So we'll go all the way back to the just outside the 22 for a Clermont scrum. Rishab, are you okay? Your Leicester are 2 points down. Be brave. Be brave. Someone take his shoelaces off him just in case. Oh no. What's that in? Let's have a look at that in pounds. Oi. 571 quid on Leicester against Clermont. They got to be some bloody good odds. They got to be some bloody good odds. Clermont, no slouches. I don't know. I don't know about that. That's a brave one. I'm not going to lie to you. That's a brave one. We're just getting this scrum set up. As advantage comes on for Clermont. And away. Do you know what I mean? I tell you what, if it comes in, you're sending for sock. But if it don't come in, you're fucked. Lopez skews the quick crossfield quick kick, but he gets away with it. And there is a little bit of space, and we are going to come back for the Clermont penalty. So, it's all touch and go at the minute. It's all getting a little bit scrappy out there now. So there was a penalty advantage coming from the scrum. Standing, I believe. It's I'm not sure who pops up there, but somebody clearly does. As they spin it out wide, and then nothing on that way. So they realise Leicester's scrambling across, and Lopez skews a crossfield kick into the hooker, and everybody's trying to keep that ball alive, and it all goes to shit. So we'll come back for the penalty, and it's Genge being warned for driving straight. So Clermont are pointed to the posts, and Para will have a little dink of this. He's lined up on the 15 line, just outside of the 22. So fairly simple kick. You wouldn't think this is going to be too much of a challenge for him. And they should extend their lead here. Four of you in here, 3 likes on the stream. Can we get it to 4 likes? Is someone going to be kind enough to get us to 4? We want to get to 5 by half time. And, yeah, Para yet to miss one in Europe this season. And that accolade remains with him as that one sails through. It's 10-5 to Clermont on the 28-minute mark. So Ford will get us back off and underway. As this one, plenty of height on it, and it's just outside of the 22 for Lee to take. And Para will instantly say, we don't want this ball anywhere near here. So we'll boot this away. It's not a great kick. It's a terrible kick. It goes out on the full, and Leicester will have the scrum just outside of the Clermont 22. Oh, they've opted for the line out there. Oh, of course they've opted for the line out because it's gone out on the full. What a dickhead. Right, anyway, Leicester charging forwards. And it's ball lost. Clermont just not retreating, and they are in open play, so they are allowed to be there. And there's some question marks about tackle height there, but the referee's happy with it. And Leicester will get the ball back from the kick, and they are working their way back towards the 22. They're halfway between Clermont's 10 and 22, and up they come again, looking to use some hands, and inside the 22 they go now. So they're just some coy little back and forth with the hands there as Ford pushes it up into midfield. A little bit of space opens up, and Callum Green gets dragged down about 7 metres out. Ford out to the wing, and a little bit of confusion between Stewart and Potter, and ends up neither of them going for the ball, and it will be a Clermont line out. Oh, referee's awarded a penalty. What's that for? Well, I'm not sure what the penalty's for. Not sure. Not sure what he's given there. That makes no sense. Just seen the replay and there's absolutely nothing wrong. So, don't know. But either way, Leicester have got the penalty and they will kick that to the corner, and they'll have the line out 5 metres out, looking to catch this slender Clermont lead as they're up and down and into the maul, very much similar to the first try they scored. As it slowly creaks its way forward, inch by inch, as Liedenberg is calling for the backs to dive on in. And here they come. But Clermont have sacked it 3 metres out. Van Poortvliet is able to dig it up though, and is there enough as Stewart, isolated, manages to pop it off the floor. And there's nothing on, so we are going to go back for the original penalty. Lifting the leg in the maul. So Clermont just struggling with the pressure there a little bit. Decide to lift the leg and sack it all. And as a result, they've been busted. And the referee has awarded the penalty. And Ford will put that back into touch for another line out. Great tackle there in the replay on Stewart. So the line out is up and down and the maul is rolling. Again, it's sacked short. Surely this time. And they've gone over. Right, hang on. What have we got here? So it's Kelly that's gone over. Touch judge has said he's got a ground in. Referee wants to ensure that it's a maul and not a tackle. Well, it is a maul. There's no doubt that's a try. That has to be given. Is the player standing on his feet when he grounds the ball? Or no, he's diving forward. Ah, right, okay, so he wants to confirm that the player is on his feet to pick up the ball. Well. Well, I can't see anything wrong with this at all. Oh, for God's sake. Try all day long. You're not wrong, Karma Peach. I can't see anything wrong with this try. But now they want to check whether he's placed the ball forwards. His hand doesn't leave the ball. So he can't have placed the ball forwards. So, right, let's watch this again. Let's get a bit closer. Ball is on the floor. He picks it up. It's fine. All of that for fucking nothing. It's a try. Jesus Christ, man. And they wonder why people don't want to watch rugby. Like, I like the TMO. Right, the TMO works so much better than VAR does in football. 100%. Without a doubt. No shadow of a doubt. But, Jesus, the forensic level of detail they go into about nothing is bollocks. Have a check. Is it clear and obvious? Is there a clear and obvious mistake? No? Good. Try scored. Play on. I don't understand why we have to have 10 minutes of fucking about going, well, did he put it down, roll it forward, then lift it? Overkill. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Karma Peach. You're not wrong at all, mate. It's absolute nonsense. Anyway, 33 minutes on the clock. The scores are all square. If this goes through, Rishab will be breathing a sigh of relief. It doesn't go through. Amen, brother. It's bollocks, isn't it? It's absolute bollocks. Right. Rishab, how's your arsehole? Is it twitching? 571 British sterling on this game, on a Leicester win. You mad, mad man. Jeez, find the dono button somewhere and spread the love if you've got that much money to burn. Right. Don't find the dono button, that would be embarrassing. I don't do this for donos. Right. Oh, massive shot comes in from the kick chase and just able to get it away. So Clermont on the charge again. A crossfield kick through, and it will dribble into touch just inside the Leicester 10. 6 minutes on the clock to go. 2 likes to get as well. Right. What the fuck am I hearing? Clermont's band. You know how the French love a band at the rugby? Clermont's band playing Winnie the Pooh. What am I hearing? And it's going to be a penalty to Clermont for holding on. Or it might be squeeze ball. When you watch a local game, it flies by. But as soon as you get TMOs in... Oh, do you know what I mean? I mean, when you watch a local game, you spend half the game going, so have you not seen that? Have you not seen that clear and obvious knock-on? So why are you 500 metres away from the action? Oh, that's because you're 80. Might just be my level of rugby, but... Yeah. So why is he allowed to stamp on my face? Yeah, but no, I get what you mean. It does drag out the time. I think they should put a time limit on TMOs. Unless it's extenuating circumstances, you have 90 seconds to make your decision. There you go. You've got a minute and a half to look at it. And he says, fuck off. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Lopez looks to show and go, but fools no one as he's dragged down. Clermont then just starting to breach the Leicester 22 with 5 minutes to go on the clock. Focard hit hard and driven back as more Clermont runners come on as Para invites them in. Gone very narrow all of a sudden for Clermont as they look to exploit the space, and Lopez back in a drop goal and he misses it. Ooh. As Leicester players on the pitch mic screaming great defence. And fired downfield by Ford and returned. And Ford will keep that kick tennis alive. Big spiral bomb that he loves. As times that perfectly from Stewart, and it's sloppy but effective hands as Raka tries to get just outside of his own 22. Right, I hope we're back. Right, I hope we're back. Apologies for that. What a nightmare. It is half time. It is 10-all. What a pain in the arse. Right, okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to take our normal short break. It's going to be slightly shorter than normal, hopefully, because I just need to go and top up this glass of pop. I am gasping, so just bear with me 2 minutes while I go and sort that out, and we will be right back. But in the meantime, here is the tale of the first half in stats. Right, we are back. Let's move that, shall we? Welcome back. We are back. Right, let's have a look at the first try from Clermont. Why not? Let's have a little goosey gander at this. Let's see, is that the one I want? No, it's not the one I want. That's not the one I want. That's not the one I want. That's the one I want. There we go. We'll get there in the end. Right, let's have a look at this try then from Clermont. It's the first try in the first half. So spins the ball into midfield. It's great work from Leicester to sort of scramble across, but then the overlap's on. Great piece of handling, and he's away as Stewart scrambles across. Just step back inside. Beautiful try. From Clermont there, just great use of space and great recognition that just moved the ball wide and gaps will open. So that's all good for them. That's the only try they've actually put up so far. So a bit unusual for them, but yeah, it is what it is. So that's the one we've got it. Gotta have a little look at. Let's have a catch up on chat. I blame that Luton hoodie. This isn't a Luton hoodie. This is going to be. It hasn't been finished yet, but it will be the official Rugby Geeks hoodie. One of a kind. Yeah. Luton hoodies are green, mate, which works really hard on the green screen. But never mind. Right, anyway, so yeah, great try from Clermont to open the account, and then both of Leicester's tries were mauls that went wrong off of the line out into pick and go, and Genge and I can't remember who else scored those, and the second Clermont try was shit. I can't remember it. Anyway, half time, the scores are all square. We're just waiting for BT to do their bit of advertising, and we will be back underway in France. What's been your pick of the games this weekend? There's been some good games on, isn't there? My moment of the weekend that I've seen, which admittedly isn't an awful lot, is that Stuart Hogg drop goal. That was a thing of beauty yesterday. Exeter narrowly taking the victory at Sandy Park against Munster, and that Stuart Hogg drop goal, that could be the difference maker come Sunday evening next week. Or Saturday night rather, sorry. At Thomond Park, couldn't it? But yeah, that's my moment of the week. But what's your game of the week? What game have you enjoyed the most? Was it from the TikTok Women's Six Nations? Was it from Champions Cup, Challenge Cup? What's been your moment? Do let me know. We are one like away as well from our target of 5. Scarlet's doing Cardiff easy in the Cardiff in a game I thought easy in Cardiff in a game I thought we might lose. Oh, nice. Cardiff win then. Mate, I've seen hardly any ruggers this weekend. I've been this last week and a half, for some reason, I've just been so tied up in family and stuff. But it's all good. We will get back into a rhythm. We'll find a way. It's just working out how to balance things. I don't really want to bring Ren in on the stream, so Friday night was a bit of a no-go because the wife was out. Yesterday was a bit of a write-off because I got angry with the rugby being called off and ended up on the lash. So that was no good for streaming. So yeah, that leaves us today. Right. What are we thinking for the 1449 Scarlets? Oh, it's a drubbing as well. Yeesh. That is a pasting. Nice. Right. So, second half to come. Clermont been the better of the two teams, in my opinion. Just look a little bit... it's been a fairly even contest, but Clermont just been a little bit more clinical in the way they work. My family are in Kent and Ballycastle. Oh, let's go. Because, Peach, you're in Switzerland, right? You're teaching in Switzerland, is that right? I think that's right. I don't know. Anyway, we are almost back off and underway. So we are... players are just coming out of the changing rooms now, so... Clermont look a little bit tired coming out of that dressing room. So, that's interesting. Yes, I thought you were. Where are we on the... Hey! We've hit 890 subs. Let's go. 10 to go until that magic 900 mark. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to butcher this pronunciation. Luzon. Luzon? Is that right? Is that how you say it? Ballycastle is in the north. I don't know. Where is Ballycastle? Ballycastle is in Northern Ireland, yeah. Well, there you go. Antrim. What does that... What team does that make? That makes some Munster, isn't it? Is it Munster? Yeah. Munster's Belfast, isn't it? I don't know. Yeah, County Antrim. Lovely jubbly. Look at that. Geography lessons. Rugby knows. Scenes you love to see. Players back on the pitch. We are about to get back underway under George Ford, who will put this up into this glorious afternoon sky in France at the Stade Michelin. Ulster. Sorry, Ulster. My bad. As just outside of the 22 with the kickoff, as per the norm, and Para carries that back, so we'll have to keep this in play. Munster is southwest. Fair enough. As Ford puts that up really high, and Potter on the chase. Good chase as well, but is able to get the offload away and kick back downfield deep into the Leicester 22. Ford then from the middle of the park will slap that down the middle of the park, and well, Para doesn't let it carry into the dead ball zone. Probably should have done. Instead, fires it out into touch just outside of the Clermont 10. So you would imagine Ford's just about won that kicking battle there. Ballycastle is more GAA. Oh, is it? Not. I don't mind a bit of GAA. I just don't understand the rules, so it's difficult for me to follow. But and Valgaretti on the charge, and Lee gets the pass away to Lee, but doesn't have the legs, and ends up getting himself completely isolated deep inside the Leicester 22. And great scramble defence from them to win the penalty for holding on. Beautiful place to be. I can imagine Ireland in general is a beautiful place to be. Yeah, great scramble defence from Ireland to win the penalty, and they will have the penalty kick downfield for a line out, which is going to be around about halfway, I'd say. Leicester off the hook a little bit there. Great step from the Clermont player, and once he's gone, he doesn't look like he's going to be caught, but as I say, good scramble defence, and the line out is not straight, so it will be a Clermont scrum or line out. We'll just wait and see what decision they go for. It looks like they're going to go for the scrum, and we'll get things off and running again. Oof. Racker. Just watching the replays of that break, and it's just a glorious step. Completely sells Porter. Excuse me, sorry. And all good for them. Right. 4 green fields. I don't really know what that means, but okay. Oh, Northern Ireland. Okay, yeah. Lopez then. Racker. One-handed offload over the top. Harlem Globetrotter style. And Leicester firing in over the ball. But Clermont just about managed to cling on as Para pushes this into midfield. Lopez fires this out wide. And it's just a little bit too far in front of the... of George Mawala. And it will... Oh, it's a song. I'd never heard of it. My bad. Just a little bit too far in front of George Mawala, and it will be a knock-on scrum for Leicester. Just googled the place. It looks nice. Oh, lovely. The 4 provinces of Ireland. Sensitive subject. I try and stay away from. I try and stay away from the Northern Ireland, Southern Ireland province thing. It's a touchy subject. Oh, Ford finds a little hole, puts one through. Stewart tries to flick, and it's intercepted, but he is snaffled straight up, and it will be a penalty for holding on. So Leicester off the hook completely. Poor offload from Stewart. And Leicester are able to recover the penalty 7 metres out. So Leicester will be able to apply that maul pressure again. And I'll be interested this time if this maul collapses so close to the line again. I'll be interested to see if the referee gives anything this time. Because so far there have been 4 mauls, 4 collapses, and so far nothing given. So, wow. It's up and down and the maul is set. And Leicester look to creak it forward. Look to start to slide off the side. And Clermont desperately... And it's picked off by Van Poorfleet. Nobody sees him coming. Little flick off the back of the maul. Little show and go. And he's in. And it's another try for Leicester. 3rd try from the line-out piece, set piece. It's just showing how dangerous they are. How dangerous this pack is. Very, very nice work from Van Poorfleet. Sells Para completely with Potter outside him. Gets caught in no man's land and is able just to slide in over the line. And another tricky conversion due for Ford, who has failed to hit the target yet. Having said that, they've not been easy. Right. Well, our buddy Rishab might be breathing a little easier now. He misses this one as well, so not a great day for Ford so far with the boot. Oh, Jesus, it's by a lot as well. He wouldn't have hit a set of posts either side with that one. Not what you want to see, but we go again. $1,000 looks safe. Oh, I don't know if it looks safe. It's less. Well, yeah. Don't know if it looks safe, but 3 tries for Leicester. You do wonder if those misconversions could be costly. I mean, this could be 21-10 at the minute, but it's not. It's only 10-15, so missed opportunities there for Leicester. Could have killed the game off, but not yet. Lopez uses the forwards off of him, and it's starting to fall apart. The wheels are starting to come off for Clermont. It's just starting to look a bit French, if you know what I mean, as the box kick goes up to relieve the pressure, and Stewart finds Ford, who thumps this downfield. It's not a great kick. It does go out on the bounce, but only as far as the Clermont 10, so it won't be a 50-22. Great work, though, from Leicester defensively, putting all sorts of pressure on Clermont, and as a result, just causing a few additional mistakes, causing them to just go back into those old French habits. As Clermont then, with the line out, they go off the base, let's call it, as teams so often do now to avoid defences flooding through on the 9, as we have a kick downfield, and then George Ford returns it, but the bounce isn't good. It bounces back infield, and Lopez under pressure, and well, Tiberian has made a thumping nudge. How he's got that out on the full end so far beggars belief, but he's got it from his own 22 all the way down to just in between the halfway and the Leicester 10. He's absolutely drilled that. And it will be a free kick to Clermont. Early lift. It's a great place to eat and traditional music. Oh, right. Ballycastle. Yeah, cool. And Clermont are going to order the scrum from this free kick. So, 10 minutes gone in this first half, and the French just missing a wake-up call or two. As French just using their forwards then just to regain a little bit of control over things, as Lopez puts in a beautiful over-the-top kick, and away goes Racker again, and he's up to the 22. And Racker's all over the place, tearing Leicester apart as they look to push it wide, and there is space. But Crab running chews up the space and kills the opportunity. So Para will move this back into midfield now for the forwards to truck up. And it's a great steal. Who's that? That's Montoya with the steal. And the penalty for Leicester. Once again, relieving that pressure for the boys from Leicester. You have a cold. Me too. Might make some money. You might do, mate. I tell you what, it's a fucking bold move calling Leicester a Leicester win, but you might get away with it. Crab running sideways, lol. And answer your question, do I have a cold? I don't really have a cold, but since I've had COVID at Christmas, I just have like a constant runny nose. It's really annoying. It seems to be worse when I'm tired. So today I've got quite the stuffy nose, but sure we'll shake it. Right. So Leicester then with the box kick on halfway. And knock on advantage, and Leicester come away with it. It's Montoya on the wing, looking to make some ground, and now Leicester try to spread it. It's opened up, and it's a 2-on-1. It's gonna be in the corner. It's a try for Leicester. Who's that in the corner? I think it's Salmaki in the corner, and the score is now 10-20. Take Triomir. What's Triomir? Nasal spray. Oh, I might give that a go. Cheers, mate. Anything's got to be better than this constant sniffle. It does my head in. Like everyone goes, "Oh, you got a cold. You got a cold." I go, "No, I just had COVID at Christmas, and I don't seem to have lost the runny nose symptom." Right, Ford then with the conversion. Finally gets one. Fourth try for Leicester. Clermont 10, Leicester 22. Very good, very nice. You're not wrong, Karma Peach. Yeah, Rishab, you're on your way to make some dough, mate. What were the odds, Rishab? I think that's how you say it. But what were your odds? What were we saying on those odds? Let's see if we can get a couple more likes. We didn't make it to 5 for half time. Can we get to 7 for full time? 3 away. There are 5 of you in here. I reckon there's 3 likes in there. There's got to be, isn't there? As instantly Leicester give away the penalty off of the kickoff, and Clermont with some work to do are going to have to ask themselves a question here. Do you just get close, or no, they're going to go to the corner? Interesting. I haven't seen very many teams just take the 3 points, keep the scoreboard moving. Everybody's looking to try and get as big a gap going into the second leg as they possibly can. As the maul is set and Clermont edging forward. In comes Moala to try and drive things on. And nothing on, so they go into midfield and it's just short. Para has a little snipe and he's just short, so we'll see a pick and go or two here. Fritzley. Raka has a snipe. Penalty advantage coming for offside. And it's knocked on and Stewart's away, but they're going to be called back for the penalty. Ooh. I'm not sure about this. Right. I'm looking at you've got a penalty pretty much in front of the posts. And you're not going to take 3 points. I'm saying close the gap. Take what's on offer. Don't run the risk of going for the big points just because you think you have to. There was a massive overlap as well. It was a must intercept for, I think it was either Potter or Stewart, but it was a must intercept, and we have got an injury, so we are just waiting now for things to get underway. So more Champions Cup action next weekend as well. So we'll see what we can do on that one. Hopefully we'll be able to do Bristol Sale on Friday. Because that should be a really tasty game. But we'll see what we can do. I'm going to see if there's any Curry Cup on this week as well. And try and be organised. And get on that early doors. See if we can get a Wednesday fixture on. That'd be good. Is there any Curry Cup this week? Let's have a look. Right, anyway, off the scrum. It's George Mawala. Oh, what? Oh, we've lost ball track. Ball tracking's kicked us out and put us in a waiting room. As if Bet365 is that busy. Behave. Anyway, what we do know is that Clermont are driving on. Score is 10-22 to Leicester. Moala. Ford clings onto him. Lee given room to run. Leicester hold firm though. Lopez has a little show and go, and Raziak. There must be so much space out wide as Leicester desperately cling on. And they've lost it forward. And George Ford will fire this downfield beyond halfway, all the way back to the Clermont 10. And they're asked to, I think it's Lopez is asked to run it back. And he beats about 3 defenders to get to his own, to get to the Leicester 10. Before Parra puts a box kick up, and the mark is called by George Ford, who's got some heavy bleeding from his eye. All action there, and yeah, we are just having a moment just to patch Ford up. Right. Yeah, just a little bit of misunderstanding, miscommunication causes the ball to trickle forward, and Ford is there to gather it up and fire it away. Oh, there's no... Oh, that's a shame. There's no more Wednesday night fixtures in the Curry Cup. That's a shame. Let's have a little look. Right. So, fire downfield then, and Clermont will look to play it, but poor hands again as Clermont implode. Let's see, we've got a Varsity Cup on Monday. Oh, we've got 6 o'clock. Super Rugby on Friday. Curry Cup on Friday. We could do a bit of varsity tomorrow, as Clermont then just struggling to get out their own half at the minute, and just using their forwards as their battering rams, trying to get a bit of better field position. There's a late hit on a Clermont player, and both players have stayed down, so advantage coming for that. And there is a nasty collision. Both players have stayed down, and there's blood everywhere. It's Lee covered in blood. And Porter looks like he's done his ankle. Oh, it's just a clash of heads. There's nothing in it. There's nothing in it. He's not... Well, we're going to have a look at this. I'm not sure about this, if I'm honest. COVID bad here. COVID bad. COVID's bad everywhere, mate. But the news are more interested in Ukraine at the minute. Right, we're going to have a look at this. I think it's completely accidental. He's constantly looking at Lopez. He's looking to cut off the runners. There's nothing in it for me. It's just a rugby incident. Play on. Right, they want to have a closer angle. I think they want to look to see if Porter looks at Lee before he smacks him. Well, the touch judge is trying to talk the referee into a red card. Tackle off the ball. Direct head contact. I think he's just rushing up to try and shut the play down, and he hasn't seen Lee, and they've collided. It's a complete rugby incident. The fact that there's a head collision has nothing to do with this. It's... Whoa! He's seeing this as a red... Nah, what am I hearing? This is absolute lunacy. He's seeing this as a red card. He's got a clear line of sight. It's a high degree of danger because he's coming from distance, and it's a head-on-head. He's come from distance with no control. He's not looking at him. He's looking at the ball. Oh, for God's sake. I gotta go, mate. The wife's decided we're meeting the son and his partner for Sunday lunch. Enjoy. Enjoy. Well, I think that's absolute bullshit. Exactly. The commentary team, accidental, 100%. 100%. The referee runs into a player, doesn't send himself off, does he? No, he's just, oh, that was accidental. Well, that's exactly the same scenario. He's rushed up out of the line to try and shut the play down. He's looking at the ball. He's not looking at Lee at all. That's absolute lunacy. I agree, by the way. Absolute nonsense. The first question... Right, and the commentary team have got this 100% right. The first question you've got to ask is this foul play? Instant answer is no. That's not foul play. Bumping into somebody by accident is not foul play in any shape or form. What the fuck is this game, man? Games are being ruined by red cards, by referees that are desperate to make the game about themselves. And up until the point the touch judge got involved in that, the referee wasn't considering a red card. But the touch judge kept on in his ear. And Leicester have managed to steal that back. So Leicester have now got 19 minutes to hold on to this lead through a reckless red card. And Genge wasn't really sure what he was supposed to do there, but ended up having to carry the ball in. 9 being asked to use it, and does. And Box kicks this into touch, just short of halfway. Absolute joke. Think the touch judge is Welsh. He is. He's not a great referee in the URC either, is he? I can't remember his name, but he doesn't have a good track record. But then, having said that, what referee in the URC does have a good track record? As here comes Clermont, Samaki, Berakarai up into the 22. Pressure coming on. Oops. Fafana then. And too many rolls and concedes the penalty. Clermont being French. Leicester desperately clinging on. He's shite. I'll be perfectly honest with you. The standard of refereeing in the URC is appalling for the level of rugby you're playing. You want to tell me that the URC is worth a watch? The referees kill the game. They're awful in the URC. That is possibly one of the saving graces of the Premiership, is the standard of refereeing is very, very high. We've got some world-class referees at our disposal. We've got some shit ones too, but we have got some world-class referees. And just listening to the French pundit on BT Sport here, just saying that red card should have been mitigated down to yellow. Yes, it's reckless. Yes, it's head contact. Yes, it's from distance and with force, but it's accidental. And that had to be considered, and that wasn't considered. So, yeah, I can agree with the yellow. It is accidental, but it doesn't matter if they've got 14 because Stewart is away. Stewart's going to score. It's not even Stewart, it's Harry Potter. Magical stuff. And it is another try for Leicester. They are balling this afternoon. 27-10. And Potter makes his way more in field as well. So the conversion should be easier. Down to 14 men. Doesn't matter. Pull down Clermont's pants and offer them some Vaseline. That's what I say. Unbelievable scenes, Jeff. 15 minutes to go on the clock. 10:27. This thing looks tied up. Leicester, without, as long as they have a half decent game at home, they don't even have to be their best. Just don't have to lose convincingly. Should be through to the quarterfinals. And there aren't many teams we can say that about just yet. So, how can Clermont respond? Because this looks like it's going to be a 19-point lead, and it is. The conversion is good, so 10-29 is the scores on the doors. Let's have a look at the poll. 75% of you are saying Leicester, 25% of you saying Clermont. 8 votes on that. Lovely jubbly. 4 likes. Can we get one more like? Can we get it to 5? Let's just see if we can get the halftime target of 5 before the end of the game. As here comes Leicester again. Short kickoff. And Leicester charging up to the 10. No Vaseline. Nutella. Ford stabs one through for Potter, who drives the ball over the line, and it is going to be driven back over the line. Leicester will have the 5-metre scrum. Fantastic work from them. Great way to answer the red card. Go and put Clermont under all sorts of pressure. Great work from Leicester. Unbelievable. So we will have a Leicester scrum 5 minutes out, and they will look to put the squeeze on this. No doubt about it. They must be absolutely pumping from that red card. And they will want to do as much damage as they can to put this game out of sight. As they squeeze this forward advantage come in as well. It will be a penalty for Leicester. Clermont, they've had port and cheese sarnies, port and baguette sarnies at lunch at half time, and they've come out pissed as a fart, and they are throwing this game away. They look like the better team in the first half. They look like the better team in the first half, but in the second half they have looked like old Pisporians under 13s. As they go to the line out. It's up, down and into the maul. And they drive this on again. It's sacked. And again the advantage comes. Genge peels away. On the bounce for Ford, who kicks this crossfield backwards. And Stewart looking to have to beat a defender or 6. As Raka brings him to ground and support arrives. We're going back for advantage because there was an illegal clear out, I guess. Referee just says you can't do that. I didn't really see what was wrong with it. Too many frogs' legs hopping badly. Oh no. The French are in the mud, in the mud. French are in the mud. Right. Yeah, just Leicester players just having a little chat with the referee. How many scrum penalties? How many more penalties? How many penalties in general? Anyway, up and down, back into this maul that's been so successful for them as the backs fly in. And held up. Oh no, time off. We're going to have a look at this. What is the referee going to say? Does he feel like there's a grounding? This will be the all-important question. Oh, he's knocked it on. No try. Is the on-field decision. So we're gonna. I think it's gonna be a knock-on. I saw a quick replay of this. It looked like a knock-on. So there's not an awful lot celebrating from Leicester either. So pretty sure they know this is short. Is there a knock-on though? Does he lose control of this? No, he doesn't. So the ball is short. There's no knock-on, but it is short. So it's going to be a 5-metre scrum to Leicester. Right. Okay. So, attacking scrum for Leicester. Not sure that's the right decision. I think it should be a goal line dropout because he's actually infringed with a double movement. So, probably should be a penalty or a goal line dropout to Clermont. But instead, we do have a Leicester scrum. So, I'll just get this reset. Right. So, we're just waiting for this this scrum to get set up, and then we'll be off and underway again. 9 minutes left on the clock. And it's another scrum penalty. It's another scrum penalty. And the referee's got to go to his pocket, surely. The referee must go to his pocket now. Oh, he's just going to have a chat. So, just referee asking, no more penalties now. He hasn't even said the next one's going to the bin, so he's just asked politely for no more penalties. So I wouldn't necessarily say the next penalty's going to the bin, but we will see. Now, if I'm Leicester here, I might be tempted to go for another scrum, you know. They're going to go to the corner, and they are going to take the line out. And they go up at the middle. Clermont don't compete in the air, but they do look to set this drive. And the driving ball is rolling. It's going to take some work for Clermont to pull this down. And there's an obstruction by 7. So Leicester give up the penalty. And we've got a fight. We've got some handbags. Well, want to have a look at what escalated this. There are players on the floor. There are players upright. There's Ellis Genge in the middle of things. And just wants the captains. Nothing in it. Just pushing and shoving. Ellis Gens just offers a handshake. Says that's absolutely fine, sir. And goes back to his mark and everything's all hunky-dory. Be interested to see what kicked that off, though. Because they don't normally just start over nothing. Especially if you're leading. So I'll be interested to see what kicked that off. But there we go. So they've kicked that clear and Clermont will have the line out. And they do look a little bit dejected as they come to the line. But there you go. And, very nearly stolen as they go off the base again. And it's knocked forward. So it will be a Leicester scrum again on the Clermont 10. Garlic kicked it off. Yeah. Yeah, let's keep mudding the French. Yeah, they've got their white shirts on. They might put them on a stick in a minute and start waving them. We know they love to surrender. Right. So bad. So bad. Right. Okay. So, let's see what happens at this scrum. Because I don't think we've completed a scrum for ages. It's got a bit stale, this game, to be fair, at the end. It's ripped shirts and all sorts all over the place. But, I mean, you've got Dan Cole and Ellis Genge as your props. So you're always going to have a good day at scrum, aren't you? As this holds, and Leicester hold it long. Just trying to squeeze every last bit of pressure. You're reading my humour well. Jokes. Love it. Right. Ford fakes the kick and has absolutely sold Kelly up the stream there. And off-feet penalty against Leicester. So Clermont will have the kick downfield with 5 minutes to go. And Dan Cole throws it away. So they'll concede another 10 metres. And they're now giving up a penalty inside their own half. Not good from Leicester. Just a little bit of itching frustration from both sides here. Just starting to boil over. As Lopez boots that downfield inside the 22. About 10 metres out. Lopez screaming at his players. Trying to be organised and get things going. And try and get people fired up. They will not want to go into next week's game 19 points down. That's for sure. As it's made a mess of. And Clermont all over the floor. And the ball is never coming out of there. So it will be a Leicester scrum. Frustration for Clermont. This crowd have been almost silenced if it wasn't for the band. With 3.5 minutes to go, you would say that this ball isn't going to come out until the 78th minute, that's for sure. So they're only going to have about 1.5 minutes to play when this ball comes out. So be interested to see what Leicester do here. Do they fire this downfield and just cling on, or do they try and extend their lead, or are they just going to punch those pistons and see if they can just run the clock for 3 minutes? As Clermont trying to get this shove on early. And the referee just resets that. Right, time for our dick of the day. Oh, God. Let's have a think. Potter's been good. Do you know what? I'm going to give it to an unsung hero today. An unsung hero. He's been an absolute monster around the park. He's been all over the place, picking up runs. He's been picking up turnovers, offloads. He's had the all-round package today. My dick of the day is going to be Montoya for Leicester, the hooker. I think he's had an absolute fab game. Ellis Genge has been given it by BT Sports, but we're giving it to Montoya. So congratulations to him. Your dick trophy's in the post. We should do that. Could you imagine? How jokes would that be? Just post them a dick of the day dildo trophy. Right. Up come Clermont for one more attack as Ford booted that clear. Moala. And it's knocked on in the end by Clermont with a minute left on the clock. This must be it now, surely. This must be the final play. By the time this gets set up, he's kicked the ball away as well, so that's going to slow things down as they go and retrieve that. Leicester will be in no hurry to get this ball back. I mean, the first half, it's a game. This has been a game of two halves, really. This one, Clermont. Both teams were okay in the first half. Clermont just edged things a little bit, looked a little bit more threatening, and then as the game has worn on, and Clermont have fallen to pieces, like the Germans were coming over the top. They fell away, and Leicester have been able to control things quite comfortably. So, Clermont will come to Welford Road next week with an absolute mountain to climb now. As the clock goes red. Well, I say the clock goes red. The BT Sports clock has stopped on 79:59. But that is booted into field, and try of it. No worries. Thanks, Cover Peach. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, we're not going to stick around too much longer. So Leicester with the win. Just seeing there, Italy women leading Ireland women. Happy days. Anyway, final scores on the doors here at Stade Michel. Clermont 10, Leicester Tigers 29 at the Stade Michelin. So, yes, right, that's us for the weekend. Apologies, it was only once this weekend, but I hope you've enjoyed the stream. Where did we finish on likes? Oh, we finished on 4, never mind. We got 8 votes as well. Right, anyway, that is all from me. So, thanks very much for your time, and as always, face down, ass up. That's the way we like to rock. We'll see you soon.